I'm Ken Gogel. Are you thinking about hiring a new employee? Congratulations. But let's get this done right. Do you have an employment application? You might ask me, why do I need an employment application? I'm just going to bring the employee in, I'm going to interview them, I'm going to see if they're right for my business, and I'm going to hire them. Well, that's great unless you have a problem. The reason to use an employment application is to get background information, including questions on whether or not the individual has been convicted of a serious crime. Now, you want to get these application questions correct because state and federal law controls what you can ask. But you can ask about serious offenses. And there's a reason to do that. If in fact an offense is disclosed on the employment application, you need to deal with that. But can you fail to hire an employee? The answer is generally no. And the reason for that is that discrimination laws prevent you from discriminating against somebody who might have been convicted of a criminal offense. Areas in which you can refuse to hire somebody who has been convicted of a crime is if their conviction bears upon their job responsibilities. Now, that's an analysis that has to be undertaken carefully and with due diligence. However, if you use an employment application and the employee fails to tell you about a criminal conviction that you later become aware of, you can discharge that employee for lying on the employment application. That's a much easier way to approach that matter and does not subject the business to an employment discrimination case. Recently, a business I represent asked me if they can fire an employee whose criminal convictions just came to their attention. And the advice I had to give them was the advice I just shared with you. You have to figure out whether or not you can make an argument that this conviction somehow impacted this employee's ability to work in your business. But fortunately, they had an employment application that I had drafted. They asked the employee if he had been convicted of a crime, and his answer was not completely truthful. So my advice based on that scenario was that they could in fact discharge the employee and not be guilty of discrimination. So it's great news if you're planning on hiring employees. But let's get this right. Call Gogel and Gogel and make sure that your employment process allows you to do whatever you need to do to discipline your employees after things happen within your business that you didn't expect.